Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's Cindy here and today we are making hot cross bun. First of all, I want to say if you're new, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. And I just wanted to ask you, please hit that like button. It really helps my channel to perform better. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's actually a few days before Easter, and yeah, I was like, let me make hot cross buns. So let me just a disclaimer, we are not really fond of hot cross bun because of the raisins, but as a family, but my husband actually does like raisins, so this is mainly for him. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll make a batch of hot cross buns for him, and then I will make some cinnamon rolls for us. That's what we prefer. But I already did a recipe on how I make my cinnamon rolls, so I'll just link that down below. But yeah, let's make these hot cross buns. So we have 1.5 cups of flour and a little bit more flour for kneading. We've got the paste here for making the crosses. This is just half a cup of flour and 5 tablespoons of water, and then 1.5 cup of warm milk, 3 teaspoons of instant yeast, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of sugar, and some spice. So this is 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then I put like 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and a little bit of ginger. But if you have allspice, then you can just put 2 teaspoons of allspice. And then here we've got 50 grams melted butter and 1 room temperature egg, and this is about 1 cup of it's called a baker's mix, but you can use sultanas, you can use raisins. Yeah, and then basically that's it. That's your ingredients list. So you start by adding your dry ingredients together. So I'm using a stand mixer, so I already put my flour in the bowl of the stand mixer, and then I'm adding the other dry ingredients. So I've put in the yeast, the spices, and I'm gonna add the sugar as well as the salt, and then I'm just going to use that hook attachment to mix everything together. If you're kneading by hand, then you just do the same process, but you'd obviously mix your ingredients in a large bowl, and yeah, you can just use your hands or the whisk. But afterwards, that's when they fully incorporate, that's when you're gonna add your wet ingredients. So there's the egg, there's the butter, and then you're going to add your milk. It's very important to add your milk gradually, otherwise you're just going to get a lot of flour flying around. But yeah, just add it gradually, and you can also be putting like the raisins as well, so you can put them all at once, or gradually you can put in a little bit of raisins, a little bit of milk. But yeah, for the milk it's really important that you just dump it all at once. It makes it easy to incorporate. And then you're just going to let that run for about 5 minutes until your dough is soft and elastic. Yeah, if you see my machine just wobbling there, it's because there's one of the grips on the underside is missing, so I literally have to hold it when I'm doing like heavy doughs, because it just won't it will just slide off the counter if I don't. Once your dough is ready, then you're just going to put some oil in the same bowl and cover with a wet towel or cling wrap, and then put it in a nice warm place. I usually like to put my dough in the oven, and I do that for about 1 hour. By this time it's doubled in size, and yeah, it's ready for me to punch it down so that I can shape it into bowls, into buns, rolls, whatever, so that yeah, we can do the second rise and then pop it in the oven. So if you see here, I used that extra flour to flour my surface, but I realized actually that I really didn't need to. So I think it just depends on how wet and elastic your dough is, which will depend on, I think, also humidity as well, because I found that it was actually rather dry, right? Like I would have been able to do the same process without flouring my surface. So yeah, you just play it by the ear. But as you can see here, I'm now dividing the dough into 12 equal parts. I first made it into a log and then divided into half and so forth, similar to how I did like my cinnamon rolls. When I'm doing 12, I usually do that. I'll go like half, quarters, and then and then do threes. So I already greased the dish I'm going to use. So I'm using a round dish, and I'm also using a loaf tin because that round dish is not big enough for all 12 rolls, because these ones, they actually rise to a really good size. So yeah, you need like something that is definitely bigger than that first container. So yeah, I'm just going to put them all in, and then I'm gonna cover them again with cling wrap, and then put into my my oven. I usually just preheat my oven just a little bit, just so that there's a little bit of warmth, and then pop them in there, and it's they until they rise, until they're about like, I think 3/4 of their size, because they will rise a little bit more when they bake as well. So you don't want them to be to rise too much on the second rise. So the second rise is about 30 minutes, and then after that they should be okay. You can take them out, and this is the time that I actually preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, whatever metric you're using. And then I'll use that that piping paste that I made earlier to pipe the hot cross bun. So the best way is actually to use like a bag and snip the end, or like a piping nozzle. But because I couldn't find any bags and I couldn't find my piping nozzle, I just had to do it by hand. But it turned out pretty okay. Now that's done, you can just put them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. It basically just depends on your oven. When you pull them out, immediately just glaze them with, you can take some apricot jam, like 1 tablespoon of apricot jam and a little bit of water, or you can use, like I did, just some syrup, whatever syrup you have, or even honey, with a little bit of water, and then brush it over.
Show us the bottom. Show us the bottom of this one, the small one.
The bottom. Okay guys, it's time for a taste. It's time for a taste test. This little one is sleepy, and this is actually take 3. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the texture of the thing. It's nice and spongy. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, I'm gonna get a little piece because I'm actually full. And then here you go, baby.
Cheers.
So yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, what do you think?
I like the fact that it's fresh. The cinnamon, cinnamon nut, and the nuts. Nuts, raisins.
Raisins.
This is my favorite part.
Okay. I think it would do with a little bit more salt. Maybe next time.
Bill,
You think it's fine?
I think it's because it's just too fresh, but it's good.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's nice as well. I think for my taste, I would like it a little bit
With salt.
more. Yeah, more salt. So maybe I might add a little bit more salt to the one that I put. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you also make hot cross buns for Easter. Bye.